Hello friends and neighbors, Ray Harwood here, your HOA coach. I want to take a few minutes and show you the pricing and the capabilities of both Zoom and Gotomeeting. That way you can make a more informed choice between the two. First of all, who am I gearing this presentation to? Obviously, homeowners associations, condo owners associations, commercial property owner associations, typically a small board of directors, between 3 and usually 9 people. It's an organization that would have one account, and typically one of your officers, the president or the secretary, or whoever is the most technically savvy, most likely, will get the account, schedule the meetings, and host the meetings to make sure that they run properly. So here I've got the Zoom meeting plans for your business and the Gotomeeting pick your online meeting plan. And both of these feature a plans and pricing link prominently on their front page. If you go to zoom.us or gotomeeting.com and click on one of those, you'll be able to see these two. Now, what you'll first notice over here is that Zoom has a free account, and the free account can host up to 100 participants, unlimited one-to-one meetings, and then 40 minutes limit on group meetings. Now, if you've got a small board, 3 to 5 people, and you have under 100 participants, and you can get your board meetings done in under 40 minutes, the free plan might be good enough for you, especially if you've got tech-savvy people who can all dial in with their computer as opposed to their phone. This would be truly a wonderful option for you. But you do need to understand that there's some things that the free plan simply won't do, and that is, meetings of 3 or more people over 40 minutes. You have to keep your meetings short and sweet, or they'll be shut down and you have to dial back in. You can work around it if you've got a limited budget. You'll see that both the Zoom and the Gotomeeting groups both have pro or a professional plan. Over here you can see that the monthly plan is what I've picked for Gotomeeting. If you click on the little thing here, it will show you the annual plans. And I'm going to focus first on a monthly plan. I really recommend that if you're going to get an online plan, that you start out for a month or two with a monthly plan rather than committing for a full year. It's only a couple of dollars more a month, and see how you like it. If you don't like it, it's okay to change. You can change between these two plans very easily. Just simply cancel one, send out in the next meeting your meeting room information. It's pretty simple. The Pro Zoom plan is $14.99. The professional Gotomeeting plan is $14. And again, this is per month, per host, or as Gotomeeting folks call an organizer. It's a minor drawback, but it's a drawback to these plans is you can't just have one person as a scheduler who can then set up meetings and say, okay, well, you're going to host a meeting at 7 p.m. and I'll give you this room. And oh, you want a meeting that starts at 6:30 but goes for 2 hours? I'll give you a meeting as well, because those two meetings are going to conflict, and you have to be signed into the meeting for the meeting to continue. You or one of your organizers. If you have a large HOA and you have multiple people with organizational access, you're paying for an account for each of them, but you can actually schedule a meeting and then pass the meeting off to a different organizer. So for an HOA, that's typically not a problem. What you get in both of these is way more participants than you really need. I don't know too many HOAs that have over 100 participants in anything. You may have, as in my HOA, 345 homes. I would be overjoyed if we had 100 people participating. The most we've ever really had is right around 50, and even that was sort of an unusual circumstance. The meeting duration limit is 24 hours. I know HOA meetings go long, but I don't know anybody's that goes 24 hours. Some user management features various things that you can do over here. If you go over to the Gotomeeting Plan, here you've got the professional, you've got HD video, screen sharing, web audio, dial-in, unlimited meetings, no meeting time limits, business messaging. I'm not entirely sure what all that means. Personal meeting room, you get a meeting room that you can simply at any point say, I want to go into this meeting room, and I like to post this on my web page, for example, and go, this is my meeting room. People can try to connect up to it all day long, and if I'm not in that meeting room, they won't get there. I will occasionally tell a client, hey, meet me in my meeting room, here's the URL to get there. They'll go there, click on the link, and boom, we're in. Zoom has the same features over in there. They do have a couple of things that are optional add-ons, and one of those is join by toll-free dialing, which is $100 a month. If you go over here to the professional plan here, the toll-free and call me are pay-as-you-go. So for $14 a month, basically you can only do this if you pay as you go. I would not recommend that anybody do the pay-as-you-go feature. You don't know how much that's going to end up costing you. And the same thing over here, I would not pay an extra $100 to be able to do toll-free dialing or call me. Here's the difference between toll-free dialing and call me, and something that you need to understand as well. And that is that both of these systems give you a number to dial that is going to be long distance for the vast majority of your users. In today's age, it's not a big deal. 20, 40 years ago, oh, you want me to call long distance? It's going to cost me a whole lot of money. Give me a toll-free number. If you have some people with a home phone that are still paying for long distance, even home phone plans have unlimited long distance plans very often. But if you have someone who says, oh, I really can't dial to that long distance thing, that's going to stop me from participating, then having a toll-free number that they can dial, an 800 or an 877 number, is really, I think, a good idea. Here's the Call Me plan that I think is very good, and that is you can get in a room as a host or organizer and put in the phone numbers of the participants that you want to participate. And if you're just going to do it by phone, you put in their phone numbers and it dials out to them, and you basically say, look, we're going to start the meeting at 7. I will have the system call you at 5 minutes till, just to make sure that you're there, and people will get the phone call, and all they have to do is answer it, and they're connected in. So I like that option for some types of meetings. Once your HOA starts to use this, you probably won't have the need for it. Let me jump quickly into the business plan. Zoom has a business plan. It's $19.99 a month per host. The problem is they have a minimum of 10 hosts. You really need a large organization. I would say an HOA with thousands of members, and you may have some committees and some clubs and some other people that are going to use this. If you can afford basically $200 a month and get 10 of these plans and give one to your board and one to your architectural committee, one to your recreational committee, one to a couple of your instructors who may want to do this online, it's a great option for a large HOA. For a smaller HOA, and I mean under 1,000, having 10 hosts, to me, it's cost prohibitive. $200 a month, it's not that much if you really can make use of it, but I would recommend for most HOAs you not do that. Now, over here on the Gotomeeting Plan, it's $19 per organizer per month for 250 participants. And again, most HOAs will never fill up a room with 250 participants. But the other thing is that it's not requiring more than one organizer. I would recommend, really personally, and what I have is the business account, and here's why. It's $5 a month to have the toll-free and the call me options added. Just $5 a month. If you're going to have international callers into your toll-free number or out of your call me feature, there may be some additional charges. So if you have a large international presence, there are other options to look at. But for sort of the, most of our people are in the United States, and we're just going to dial out or have them dial toll free. The $5 a month option with Gotomeeting, to me, is a great little plan. And for $19 a month plus $5 a month for that plan, it's less than $25, and you get what I consider to be a very reasonable plan. Just to reiterate, I would only recommend the free and the pro plan for Zoom for most HOAs. You have 1 gigabyte of MP4 or M4A cloud recording, and that really is if you're going to record your meetings and make them available to either your association members or other people. I think that's a wonderful option if you record your meetings and then make them available to your association. That gives them an opportunity to participate without participating. They can go in and listen and see what happened and how it went. And especially if you're very good at organizing your meetings and your meetings don't last forever and people don't talk and talk and talk and talk. Who does meetings like that? I don't know. Over on Gotomeeting, you get unlimited cloud recording. They also have a transcription option, which I think is pretty interesting. They will actually run a speech-to-text program over your meeting audio and create a transcript for you. It may not be perfect, but it's at least a start. And if you take that and then review it and make the corrections to it, I think it's also another way to provide the information out to your members. Slides to PDF, Smart Assistant, and note-taking over here. I like the note-taking feature of Gotomeeting. What that gives you the ability to do as the host is basically take a note. You can actually click during a meeting and then type a note that says, here we are at new business. Here we are at old business, or here we are at the motion to donate $25 to the Boys Club or whatever. The nice part is then it actually annotates the video recording so that later if someone wants to just go hear the part about the donation to the Boys Club, there's actually a link there that they can click and they can go straight to that in the video. So if you've got a 1-hour meeting and somebody just wants to know, well, what happened with that motion about that thing, that thing. It makes it a lot easier for them if they just want to go hear that to go click on the link and they can go straight into it. I like that feature. I'm not aware of a feature like that over in the Zoom area. Not a huge detractor if you choose to go with Zoom, but to me it's a nice feature over on the Gotomeeting. Drawing tools, keyboard and mouse sharing. Everybody really has the ability to have a whiteboard and do things with it. In one of my later videos, you'll be able to see a demonstration of this capability in both Zoom and Gotomeeting for comparison purposes. Keyboard and mouse sharing. This actually gives the ability for a presenter to let someone else control the mouse. It works nice if you're doing some demos of software. Not particularly useful for us in an HOA setting. Meeting lock is a functionality available in both services. Once you have people in your meeting, you can click a button and it doesn't allow anybody else to come into the meeting. Zoom has a feature called a waiting room, which allows people to dial in or join from the computer, but they're actually put in a separate space and not able to participate in your meeting. The meeting organizer in Zoom can go see the people that are in there, look at their username and that sort of thing, and say, okay, that person is authorized to come in this meeting, and can allow that person into the conference room. Currently, Gotomeeting doesn't have this feature. It's something that several people have asked for, and I believe they are working on it, but I don't know when or if they will ever actually get that in. The in-room link, most of you probably will not use. If you are a business and you have members of your organization or other organizations that have dedicated meeting rooms with this high-end H323 conference equipment, they'll be able to use that, but not something that we would normally use. I like the Gotomeeting website because they give you really a full list of all of the features side by side by plan. For the mobile features, they're mobile apps. Zoom has the mobile apps as well. They have a commuter mode. I haven't actually tried this yet, but I'm going to give it a try in one of my future videos. Voice commands with Siri. If you have a scheduled meeting and it's in your calendar on your iPhone, you can actually say, hey Siri, join me up to my next meeting, and that will happen. Mobile cloud recording also on the business side, the mobile cloud recording while you are mobile. I have not checked out Zoom to see if you can initiate the recording from a mobile phone or not. Security features, everybody has a certain level of security features. I have read some articles about some security issues over on the Zoom side. I have also read some of the response from Zoom that they have worked on those issues and have resolved a lot of them. No matter whose service you have, there are going to be the occasional issues that come up. Somebody, some hacker somewhere will figure out how to do something different, and it'll take them a while to get that responded to. So always be vigilant, both in COVID-19 and online. Look out for things and be aware of the issues that you might be able to face. Look at these, try them both out. You can go to Gotomeeting and actually get a trial plan. Now, I mentioned that Zoom has a free plan, and if you try the free plan and you like it, but you want to step up to the pro plan, that's very easy for you to do. On the Gotomeeting side, you can get a 14-day trial and use it for a couple of meetings. To me, these are both very comparable, and I've chosen Gotomeeting because some of the features are things that I prefer, primarily because I'm starting to do the HOA coach consulting bit with a couple of HOAs, and to be able to get everyone together in a room and everyone be able to dial in toll free and be able to do the call me feature and that sort of thing. Those are important for me and my clients. Both plans are comparable in price, comparable in features, and you simply need to take a look at them and decide which one fits your needs best. I'm not getting any money from either one of these guys. I'm trying to give you the information that you need to make a good choice. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the little bell so you can be notified when I put out a new video. Like this video, put some comments in there if there are other things that you want to hear or know about. And take a look at my other videos that are either up now or coming up soon on the various side-by-side comparisons of the actual features, and some tutorials as well. If you're new to conferencing and so forth, I will put some of that information up as well. Okay, that's all from me, Ray Harwood. I'm your HOA coach. Talk to your friends, make sure they're doing okay in this very unusual time, and I'll talk to you later.